Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and I'm going to be talking to you all about why you don't work with dark entities. Now, some of you are past the point of saving, some of you are just not going to get saved. That's your choice. This video is to help people who are truly interested in uplifting their spirituality. Some people have already worked with dark entities watching this video and they found that it just didn't work out for them. And that's actually one symptom that happens. So some people are accidentally working with dark entities based on their intentions being completely rotten and don't even know it. Like certain people who will go to work with angels are not working with angels because that person has a very dirty soul. So they attracted something that is pretty much on their vibration, on their exact wavelength. So certain people will try to reach out to angels and just fully fail because their vibration's so low, they actually meet whatever's next to them. If that makes perfect sense. So when you're contacting real archangels such as Archangel Michael, your vibration has to be very high. Just different initiated traditions, and this is across the world. It's not just different places in the world. It's not one section of the world that pays attention to Archangel Michael. It's several different cultures. All of them who acknowledge the real Archangel Michael will say that you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise yourself upwards. He is exactly who he is. He's not, people like to make up who he is. Dark entities will present themselves as him and say, "Hi, I'm Archangel Michael. Yeah, I would like you to, fight your family or whatever. Like, just argue and, yeah, you can steal this because I'm the keeper of balance." No. I've seen so many people work with charlatans and not even know it because they have so much ego themselves. They never even take that. People will get fooled by a dark spirit and they're so full of themselves. They're so full of ego that they won't get past that, hey, I might not be talking to exactly who I say I am. So if someone picks up the phone and say, "Hi, I'm the president," and you talk to them for 3 hours, they're getting more energy from you and they're becoming stronger because the more you buy into it, the more you're paying with your energy. I made a video about that. That's for people who are accidentally working with dark entities and don't even know it. Things will always go wrong when you're working with dark entities, and it's up to you if you choose to decide, like, hey, things in my life are not working out because I'm noticing that this dark entity is causing dark things to happen, such as neighborly fights. You'll have bad financial problems. Nothing you do will work. You'll have all these different health problems popping up out of nowhere and all these spiritually health-related issues just because you chose to work. Even if you don't know you're working with a dark entity, you're going to know it because you're going to feel tired and drained all the time. You're going to have constant health problems related to your spirituality directly. But that's that. I made a video about that. Go watch how to connect with real angels, because most people are not connecting with real angels and don't even know it. I see some foolish spiritual children on TikTok saying, "Oh, I talked to Archangel Michael and he connected me directly to infernals and Satan and demons and stuff like that." I'm like, charlatan. Look up what a charlatan is. Pretender spirits are real. Your vibration has to be incredibly high up to reach Archangel Michael, and he gets rid of demons. He does, and if you actually have him around you, he's going to be heavily correcting you. A lot of times, you guys can't even perceive him. People who are very low in vibration couldn't perceive him if they tried. It's just, know that you're not always talking to who you think you're talking to. A dark entity can pretend to be your grandma, and you think you're talking to your grandma for 5 years, and then something's off, because basically that dark entity will know everything about your grandma and even use the voice of your grandma. They'll come to you in your dreams disguised as your grandma, and you think it's your grandma, but your grandma's telling you to do all these dark things like, "Hey, yeah, leave some liquor on the altar." I'm like, well, grandma didn't like liquor. Put two and two together. It takes a spiritually mature person. See actual mediums of light, not just random mediums who have dark entities doing, or just random entities doing readings for them. Like, people who like darkness will always want to be entertained, but everything will just go into the toilet and downhill, and it's up to them to recognize, like, oh, this stuff is not really working out. And some people in this lifetime will actually find that out. But I'm talking about this does actually directly associate with why you don't work with dark entities. So some people might not really know, and it's always people who are usually spiritually younger or spiritually young people. The reason you don't work with dark entities is because this should be very simple. If you want your life to be nice, you would like nice things, if you would like to have nice people around you, if you would like to have the life you desire. Some of you don't have goals or don't even care. I'm not talking to all of you, but some of you just flat out don't care about your lives, and it does show and it does reflect. Some of you actually really care about your lives, and you're like, "Hey, I want my family to do really well. Hey, I would like my children to have a future." Versus some of you entertain the dark entities and they get passed along to your children, and you're wondering why your child's having all these different problems. It's because you entertain dark entities that go down your family line because they know your blood, and they know after you're in the afterlife, you're going to be you're going to be with the dark entities that you conjured. So basically, that's one reason as well. I don't know how people don't put 2 and 2 together. I can tell you right now, based on some of these comments and TikToks, this life is a test. This life, this world we live in, everything is a test. God made evil. He made good and he made evil. And then he put us in between it to see where does our soul truly lie. People say angels don't have free will. Okay, then why did some of them step away from wanting to be angels or being good or being under God? Now they're ex-angels, and now they're here with us pretty much, with also regular angels. So this world is a complete balance. We live in the perfect balance. This world, we're literally in the balance of heaven and earth. Heaven, earth, and then hell. Makes it very simple. I don't care what anyone says when they're talking about, oh, the soul. And my guides came to me in visions talking about how to present this message, because some people are so foolish and just so ignorant when it comes to what happens when you go into the afterlife. But people are like, oh, the afterlife is what you make it. Like, if you want your heaven to be roses, and like you want it to be like just very nice. No, it's pretty specific. There's heaven, there's hell, and you can't make up what hell is. You can't make up what heaven is. It's set. It's already set. You're not making stuff up when you go in the afterlife. You're making stuff up now, and you're gonna make up stuff down there. No, you're gonna be exactly with what it says it is. When people believe that they go wherever they desire in the afterlife, you're gonna be fiercely surprised. And guess what? You're stuck here too. You're stuck in the afterlife, and whatever entities were around you when you go in the afterlife. So if you choose to work with dark entities, you're going to be stuck with them. But you gave them so much of your energy in life that those entities have full control of you in the afterlife. They're gonna drive you mad. Some of you actually become poltergeists, or just mad spirits. Some of you go absolutely crazy as a spirit. Some of you, when you become a spirit, get so angry and frustrated because you reached the afterlife and it's not what you thought it was. You literally cause hauntings here. Yeah, it happens. So I'll tell you right now, and people are like, oh, the soul is pure. The soul always returns. The soul, even Hitler's going to heaven. You are very lost if you believe that Hitler's going to heaven. Flat out. Maybe God has a different plan. I don't know. The thing is, it's up to him what happens, but it's very specific that hell, heaven, you do good, you do bad, you literally attract what you have. If you're someone who does nothing but bad, you probably have bad friends. Why are those friends bad? Because you're bad and you allow them to hang out with you. Now you're a part of their vibration, and now their thought processes has transferred onto you. Their energy has transferred onto you. Their luck may be good or bad with certain things. Maybe they have bad luck with finances and good luck with getting away from the cops when they shouldn't even have to be getting away from the cops. Like, that's not luck. If you're getting constantly in trouble with the police or with the law, there's something wrong. There is something very wrong. There is the law for a reason. Like, if there was no police, if there was no society, people are like, oh, screw the police. Listen, they're keeping us safe, okay? Don't be rebellious, or you'll be put in a place where rebellious people are put in, which is prison. Same thing with the afterlife. You conjure these dark entities, you have no idea what you're doing. People, I see these young witches on Witch Talk, a little tip or trick. People are like, oh, I just watched American Horror Story and I'm gonna do some kind of cheeky black magic. Most of the time you guys are hexing and cursing yourselves because you have beautiful angels around you who are literally bouncing it back. So basically, maybe some of you have already chosen the dark path a while ago and you actually realize like what's really going on. So when you do dark stuff, people get sets of angels around them to correct them, to bring them back to their natural state of basically, hey, I should be thinking about things. I'm here to think versus just go with the flow of things. Now, that some people will try a black magic spell here and there, and they notice that either nothing happens at all. Who they put black magic on, it doesn't go through, or a lot of people don't even know it, but their angels will fully send it back to them. Their own angels will send their curse back to them to let them know what it's like to be cursed. Because you wanna, and you better believe you curse yourself before you curse someone else. What you do to yourself is what you do to someone else. What you do to someone else is what you do to yourself. We're all reflections of each other. If you say to someone, oh, you're ugly, how ugly do you look? You would have not called that person ugly if you didn't feel ugly in your subconscious mind. Everything is projected out. And you're going to literally see more ugly because you put ugly out. It's very noticeable. So things will happen when you choose to work with dark entities. They're offered for a reason. A lot of people just naturally have dark entities in their spiritual quadrant, dark entities in their spiritual court. one symptom that these dark entities will do, they will constantly lie. They will put illusion on illusion on illusion on illusion on illusion, and they'll make so much stuff up, it doesn't even matter what they're saying. Because some of them will, like, even if you don't even know who the entity is, because mirror dimensions are a thing. You better believe, I don't care what medium can see spirits in full form. If you don't know about the spiritual dimensions, because there is a spiritual law where these spirits, these entities can literally be someone else. They can put on a suit. They can pretend to be your grandma. They can pretend to be your grandpa. They can pretend to be your best friend. They can pretend to be anyone just by reflecting, even projecting a different form in front of you. Now, you guys can do this with the mirror dimensions yourself. I taught this in previous videos. And one way you can do it is if you have green eyes, pretend your eyes are blue for about a month. People are gonna be like, oh, I love your blue eyes. It's because you projected it so heavily. Spirits can do that as well. Angels can do that. That's how angels visit people. That's how ex-angels visit people. Yeah. So if you're working with dark entities, you chose that choice for yourself. People who work with dark entities usually have dark things happen to them. Whoa! What a surprise! Oh, you work with something really dark and sinister and evil, and you're surprised when something really dark or sinister and evil, sinister and evil happen to you? What a surprise! If you work with beings of darkness, don't expect anything but pure darkness in your life. Some people are actually attracted to that. People are happy that they're on the path to hell. Well, okay, you chose your path. This video is probably not for you because you enjoy chaos, you enjoy pain, you enjoy suffering. Well, you're going to get an eternity of that, but you'll get a lifetime of that in this life. So you have all the warnings in the world presented to you when you work with dark entities, but most of the people on my channel already will not work with dark entities. Maybe they have in the past and they've seen it not work for them. People want to work with fairies. It's all fun and games until the fairy has enough strength to kidnap. Look into it. Look into it. Those folklores are not just folklore. So there's a woman on TikTok. This woman, in my comment section, she literally mocked me and made fun of me, like, how dare you call fairies evil? What is wrong with you? Like, fairies are not all evil. What about Tinkerbell on Disney Channel? I'm like, turn off the TV, number one. So this woman actually set up different, she had a series on TikTok about basically her giving fairies offerings. Now there's little crystals popping up on her doorstep. Her husband's taking the gift, and she fell for all the traps. Ego and ignorance is the downfall of man. Pride. When you think you're so right that everything you're doing is right, and you're more right than angels. You're more right than God. Oh, you must be a special person that God has made to be more right than him. Are you kidding me? God's in everything. Get real. So this woman, what she did is she set up fairy altars outside, and she gave them strength for about 6 months, and then she has a daughter, and things in her daughter's room are starting to go missing. Keys are going missing. Just several things in her house are going missing. Things are getting broken. Things are going crazy. Bad finances, just arguments in the house, and now her daughter is saying, like, the fairies are making her fly, and she's getting out of her crib, and she's just crazy things are happening, and the bedroom door is unlocking, and just all this. I don't know who that lady was. You can check it out on TikTok. It's a few months. It was actually not a few months ago. It's more than a year ago. It feels like a few months ago because it was so recent. And I had my followers send me just her stories, and I'm like, how's that working out for you now? That's one thing of working with dark entities. And for people who think that fairies are good, I'll make an entire video about that. Fairies are not good. They're rotten beings of darkness. Nothing's good of them. They're really weak. And the only thing that can make them stronger is your energy giving to them. So yeah, those things they're easy to kill too. So you can flat out kill a fairy. You can use iron and steel, and you can flat out kill that thing. That thing will be in the afterlife in a different dimensional level. So yeah, I'll teach you guys how to make fairy traps and how to kill any fairy, but you can fully kill fairies, yeah. I'll talk about that in a whole different video. Just do right. If you want to live a life of light and a life of goodness, and if you like nice things, and if you like achieving your goals, then you would like to attract entities who are going to help you get there. If you want to live in suffering and in sadness and in pain and in bad health and just bad news, then you can attract dark entities. It's as simple as you work with beings of light such as angels, they'll put you closer to God. You work with beings of darkness such as ex-angels or beings just flat out rotten, lying, because those trickster spirits, ex-angels, will lie to you no matter what. They'll start screwing with your tarot deck. So they'll literally screw put a screw on wherever you pull the cards. So they'll put a portal, because they can make a clockwise portal that energy screws clockwise, so they can put a tap on your tarot cards or anyone who tries to read you. So everything just comes back crazy, and they're putting you against your, like, you're trying to find out why crazy things are happening. They're blaming your family members. Now you're attacking your family members because you think they're doing something with you, etc. Dark entities attract darkness, leads to drama, bad finances, bad health, etc. Working with angels leads to families being happy. Just, you'll notice financial blessings just come through from the heavens, literally from the heavens, because you give yourself to God and you ask for a goal that you are good enough on the inside as a person to achieve, and you do achieve it. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I hope this deters some people from trying to go down the dark path. I might just save you so many years. And for the people who are going down the dark path, I won't be seeing you in heaven. So have a good night, everyone, and have a good day. Ciao.